Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Country Junkies, Rob and John. Oh, yeah.
And we're live, guys.
Howdy.
Hey, what's
Howdy.
going
What's up,
on?
man?
Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, so I'm Thad Christian, and this is Matt Eanes, and this is Corbin Eanes, and we're Shy One member right here, Ian Bishop, and we are a vessel of honor.
Thank you guys for coming.
Yeah, man. Thank you for having us out.
It was a lot easier to get in here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
short trip.
Yeah, no gas involved.
no gas involved. I know you probably asked this question a lot, but how'd you get the name of the band?
Originally, it wasn't a vessel of honor.
Yeah, so originally we were, when we first started putting stuff together, we were a vessel.
Just vessel.
Just vessel. And as we started getting to record our album, started putting a few things out there, there was another band out of PA that had the word vessel as their logo, and it referenced something obscene. And we, being a Christian band, didn't want to reference something obscene and be confused. Also didn't want to step on their toes if they were putting out albums and doing that kind of thing. So we came up with A Vessel of Honor. It's actually the words from the scripture. So that's talking about making ourselves a vessel of honor. Instead of putting your faith up on a shelf, you're using it every day. And that's how we settled on that, straight from the scriptures.
So I'll start you off with a hard question. It might be hard for your son to answer this one, but I'll give it to you too. What do you want to leave as your legacy?
Oh, that's not going to be hard for him.
Well,
Go ahead, Corbin.
Go ahead, Corbin.
Grown-ups should talk first.
Grown up should talk first. That's a good legacy to leave. That's a good
to
legacy,
leave.
Corbin.
That's a good foot to start off on.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Matt. What you got, man?
No, you go first, bro.
Oh, well, one of the things that I definitely want to put out there that I want to make sure is left behind is a changed world. Something that's changed for the better. Not necessarily, it's awesome. Biblically, every knee shall bow, every tongue confess. But I want people to realize that they're not alone, and by banding together and by being fellowship, being a family for each other. Letting them know that they are not alone is something I definitely want to leave behind. I've got 3 kids, and I want them to have that same kind of effort, right? I want them to have that same kind of passion for kindness and fairness and justice, that the whole world would be impacted by not only my legacy through them, but their legacy through their families and so on. So I want to leave the world better than when I showed up.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you good?
I'm good. Yeah.
You good? I want to leave. Well, it's not necessarily that I'm going to leave anything behind because it's already here. So what I'm leaving behind is the only kid I have and the last one that carries my name. So on a family aspect, he's the last Eanes in the family. Unless as time goes on, hopefully there's more when he gets old enough and maybe marries and has kids. Yeah. But right now, what I want to leave behind is an awareness of things that can come out of places that no one knows. Like no one knows where Bassett, Virginia is unless you're like a really old-timey kind or old-fashioned.
Used to be famous for like fiddle music and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Floyd
and
Fest is so
moonshine.
close to here, and
Yeah.
moonshine is from Franklin County. Yeah.
Patrick County, and I just want to leave something that's coherent, understandable, and I don't want to be remembered like Slash or Eddie Van Halen or any of these musical prodigies or whatever, but I want Corbin to know that what I leave inspires him in any aspect of life that he can use in a constructive form that will allow him to better himself and enjoy what he does and takes pride in what he does, and know that even though if I was never here, that he still has the ability within him as a talent to do it even if I wasn't here. But since I am, I want him to have humbleness, and the things I leave behind, I want him to leave behind as well. Mainly, I want positivity. I want to leave without not knowing. I don't know, man. That one was kind of hard. He put me on the spot for that.
You want to leave and not negative,
No,
positive. You want to put positive and not negative response on your name.
see, look, he's already doing
Yeah,
it
look,
for me.
yeah.
I guess I'm doing such a good job. That's right, buddy. All right, your turn.
I want to be able to not only leave a word from God, but still still be able to have a good family at the same time and still carry the name, like you said. Carry the name of God.
Representation means a lot.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So, if you could pick one song to describe you as a person, not one of your own, to send somebody, what song would you choose?
Oh, wow.
One song.
One song? I give him one album, but I can't give him one song.
I know
You got to go. I got to think about this for a second.
I got one.
You got yours. Yours is
I got
probably
one
an
for you
imminent
too.
song.
Nah.
All right, go ahead.
Go ahead. If you got one, go
If
ahead.
you got
I
one,
got
go
like
ahead.
3 though.
All right.
No, one.
He said one.
You got to pick one.
You got to pick one, bro. You go while he's thinking.
Yeah, you can.
Me go. Oddly, the first thing that came to mind
Chicago.
was the Mannheim Steamroller Christmas song.
Oh, yeah.
Like the song that everybody knows from Mannheim Steamroller Christmas. I have no idea why that came up came in my brain, but it's totally random enough to fit the bill.
It fits the bill. Is it going to pay the bill?
No, it's not. No.
Explain that.
I have no
for
idea.
Functional people
So
that don't. Okay.
Mannheim Steamroller is like a synthesizer band, I guess. It's like 3 dudes or 2 dudes. And
Is it like Blue Man Group?
my
or something?
dad used to listen to, anytime he was decorating the house for Christmas and decorating the Christmas tree growing up, we had like the Mannheim Steamroller Christmas album. And it was that and the Chicago Christmas album and
Chicago,
like
yeah.
hard rockin' 70s Christmas stuff. All that was in the CD player on repeat. But the song that, like, when I think of that togetherness and family and stuff, and that's where that probably came from, as we were talking about, legacy you want to leave behind. It's like, okay, what would my dad want me to say here?
Christmas.
And it was talking about being family at Christmas
you couldn't
time.
Stop being Walmart. You just had to You just had to roll over the parade of October, huh?
Yeah. This is Halloween. There you go. That's good.
Yeah.
This is Halloween. I'm.
But yet you forget about things.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah. I don't
You
know.
stole mine.
No,
Really?
he
Really?
didn't. No.
Yes, he did.
No, he did.
That was
Well,
one
I
of
was
them.
born on
Oh,
Halloween.
this is Halloween?
So
That's what
No, that's
So-
not what he picked.
yeah, that's
I know.
not what I
He
picked.
said
I picked the
he
Mannheim
referenced-
Steamroller song. So
He
I
referenced
gotta
this
do
is
a
Halloween
new
to his
one now.
shirt.
Yeah.
New one now.
Oh man.
it's bothering me that I can't remember. It's Carol of the Bells or something bells.
But it has to be the August Burns
Yeah.
Red version.
Well, yeah. So any Carol of the Bells version from any group ever would be fine with me.
Okay.
I don't know, man. All right, you ready? Go ahead. Almost. All right. Ask the question one more time. I got caught up on what he was saying.
One
If
song.
you could send one song to somebody to describe you as a person, what song would that be?
Was it? I think it was Louis Armstrong. What a Wonderful World.
What a wonderful world.
That's the song
That-
for me.
It's just dark enough to be okay too.
It is.
Like
I
that's-
want
yeah,
I want
that's-
to
I like it.
remix that song and play it on piano and some minor clean chords. And like I want to disturb that song. Like when they did the Sound of Silence.
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
disturb that song. And that song is gonna be amazing. We're doing that.
Y'all heard that here first.
Yeah.
That's
We're gonna do that.
he's bringing up covers he wants to do first on this right here.
Well, I mean, we're
Yeah.
still working on Danger Zone from
oh
Kenny
yeah,
Loggins.
we're working on the Kenny Loggins song.
And my wife wants me to do Britney Spears, everything,
Okay.
but she wants it heavy. See, it's just like a small keyboard and her singing, and that's it. There's no drums, no bass lines or anything. It's just that, and I'm like, I can totally metalize this. We're doing this, and I was down here the other day playing drums to it.
All right, Corbin,
All right,
what you got, man?
What you
One
got?
song.
one song
Monster Crazy.
by Anna's Okay.
And is okay.
Yep. Monster
That's
Crazy.
that's a good one.
One of my old favorites.
He was like 3 or 4 in a diaper, just playing drums while watching that. And
He actually came up with the tuning that we first started in
Yeah.
when we started the band because of And is okay.
because Anna's Okay
And
plays,
is okay plays in drop B flat, and
But on
what-
6-string baritone.
baritones,
I
and
do.
that's one
Which
of the
is
influences for our sound.
funny because I play a 7-string and you
Mhm.
play a 6, so it's always 1/4 string off, third
Third string.
string off. For you, it's normal for me.
I thought we were playing in G.
We are
standard.
playing
We're
the
playing in G
we are
standard
playing
and
G, drop G and drop
G
A, and now we're doing
F
double
octave.
double F octave
Oh,
on a 6-string, but so low. It's like Architect and Wage War
I
tuning.
know one you can do. Mr. Grinch.
I ain't doing Mr. Grinch. You're trying to get close to Christmas too. Let's move on to the next one.
All right, so 2-day festival, you can pick your own bill. The first day is female fronted, the next day is mixed match. You can throw locals on there, you can throw yourself on there.
Ginger. Sorry.
I'm scared to say
We-
this one.
we-
that's a good
we
one.
were on-
That's solid.
We were
Um,
about to get picked on Metal in the Mountain for this year with Ginger headlining. And since Tatiana is still in the Ukraine, but the band is still here in California, they got canceled and postponed till next year.
I'm gonna throw one on there for female fronted. I want
Don't
Flyleaf.
Yes.
I think
No,
that's
no,
exactly-
No, not just Lacey.
No,
I
no.
want like old Flyleaf.
I don't particularly want Old Flyleaf because Lacey Sturm's new solo
Oh,
project
it's solid. It's
with
solid.
with her husband on guitar, much in my opinion, much better than Samir and the other guy they had. I can't remember.
I'm
his
just
name.
thinking for festival draw. What would a Flyleaf
no.
reunion?
You know
look
they
like,
play
you know?
Flyleaf songs in
Oh, yeah,
Lacey's solo, so you just say Lacey, you're gonna get it.
Okay,
in
so
both.
just Lacey then.
So just Lacey,
Lacey
yeah.
Stern.
because their drummer used to be the manager of a Starbucks.
Really?
Yeah,
That's pretty awesome.
yeah, and then he left and played drums for them. We saw them twice, and Corbin actually got to play with Lacey's son. They were coming off the tour bus and they were half asleep, and then him and Lacey, so I can't remember his name, but they were playing out on the sidewalk.
Yeah,
That
she woke
he-
him up.
Yeah, he was in his pajamas. I can't remember what kind of pajamas, but he was
I
in his
think it was
pajamas.
either Minecraft or
Any other
something else.
female fronted?
I got two.
I mean, Evanescence.
Actually,
Infected
no,
Rain.
not Evanescence.
No.
Infected Rain's a tipper, but I would probably have to say the Agonist with the new singer.
Okay.
Hmm.
Arch Enemy with the Agonist's old singer Alyssa.
And I'm gonna go ahead and say you got to have like the local band on there, and regionally we have Raimi that plays
Raimi
here.
was awesome.
And
They are awesome. I
yeah.
just don't know if they're still together.
yeah, I hadn't heard anything out of them recently. And then the other it's a band. It's 2 girls that play together. That just left my brain.
I know what
And
you're
they're
talking
playing a
about.
bunch of acoustic stuff right
They
now, but it's
are-
still metal. It's really
Oh,
awesome stuff.
You're gonna
Jay
Oh.
something.
No, it's not Screaming by Me. They broke up and went over and done missionaries in Africa. The one I can't think of it right now.
Well,
They're on my
Yeah, they're on our feed all the
yeah
time.
all the time.
Isn't it like GS?
We can
something?
get Spirit
Yeah,
Box. They wasn't
Spirit
too
Box,
they
yeah.
wasn't too bad. I saw them in Blue Ridge.
Spirits.
Yeah, they were good. That female fronted band, I would not have Hellstorm, because Hellstorm to me is the generic rock female fronted band, and they're good musically, but for some reason I just can't get behind it. I don't know. People are gonna hate
all
me
right.
for
So
that.
switch over. What's the male fronted acts that you want to see?
Megadeth.
Megadeth. Okay.
I just want to play a show before Dave Mustaine kicks the bucket. I saw him at Blue Ridge, and oh god, it was like
Heaven.
no, it brought me to tears.
It did.
It was the second time I've ever seen him, and he looked and sounded and the same and never missed a beat. And if you look at bands like Metallica, everybody loves Metallica. I like Metallica; they're great, but they've changed their sound so much that they'll never sound like they used to. But at the same time, I like the new sound too. It's just Megadeth has this. Dave Mustaine is just an all around, to me, a good guy, because he switches his lineup to give musicians more chances to be on tours, and then he searches for specific. When he did Gigantour so much, he searched personally and specifically for bands to be on his tour where they aren't big bands, but they're not like the just starting out bands. He really wanted to bring out like the new age bands of metal and heavy metal, and then when he did that, those bands they just skyrocketed.
Yeah.
So I would love to play with Megadeth, Lamb of God, Dayseeker. I'm just gonna start
There you
Dayseeker,
just start naming bands. We're good.
Eminence,
Yep.
Aviana.
Yep.
We can keep going.
I got 3.
Go ahead, let's get it. Anna's okay. That's got to be one.
Nope.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
Icy Stars.
Ice
okay.
Nine Kills.
Ice Nine
That
Kills.
was,
Nine
that
Kills.
was my 4th one.
Yeah. Wait.
For Today
Wait.
and
I See
Chevelle.
Stars from like the old lineup,
Old.
or the new lineup where now they're coming back. Old
'Cause
lineup.
They took the Screamer out in the new stuff.
You
Death
talking
of
about the
August.
Death of August.
Death of August.
That's that band.
That's the band we were talking
Yeah.
about just a minute ago. Female.
Here.
fronted
Go back
band.
to that. Go back to
I
that.
got 2 others.
Straight up.
Chevelle.
Chevelle.
Chevelle
Yeah,
would be
that's
For Today.
awesome.
For
Would you have
Today.
that on?
I don't know. Facebook.
Yeah, just go to
There
it.
you go.
Boom. You probably can't see them.
No,
Yeah, you can't see that at all.
Nope.
Yeah.
they sound familiar though.
I
Yeah.
gotta
Of
go with
August. Yeah.
All right,
they're
Dream
awesome.
Theater.
Dream Theater
Dream
would
Theater would be good.
intimidate me.
And
I've seen them live,
So
and they're great overall rounded guys.
so that's like so
Like,
my list
soil
goes a
work.
little older.
I
Soil
want
work.
soil work.
Soil work.
I gotta
Yeah.
have some soil.
So,
In Flames.
Breakdown at Tiffany's. Breakdown at Tiffany's.
Breakdowns at Tiffany's.
So I'm gonna say I Set My Friends on Fire.
Oh god,
Linkin Park.
that's almost like
Linkin-
Attack.
Yeah, Attack.
Oh,
Linkin Park.
Lincoln Park is going to be tough because Chester's
It's
gone. Man.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
not
it's
the
They're trying to
not
same.
gonna-
replace them now.
They are trying to replace him. I
It's
get
n-
the pros and cons, but it's never going to be the same.
No,
Just
they
come
would
out with a new
always-
band. We'll support it.
So it begins.
So it begins, dude.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh,
Wolves at the Gate.
Wolves at the Gate would be awesome.
Turn the
too.
Tide.
Turn the Tide is a band out of New York that we were in competition with on a DW Presents Twitch Live competition, and it was a fan voting based, and they voted us over Turn the Tide, and we can't get them, buddy. Futurama's not a band; it's a TV show. But Turn the Tides is an amazing band, and we beat them, and we didn't think we were
Yeah,
that
there
good
was no
enough
way
to
we
beat them
should. There was no way we
But-
should have beat that.
because
band.
they got like 3 or 4 albums, maybe more. But they contacted us along with every other band we had beat.
Yeah.
On we got to the 4th round out of 6.
Yep.
And the all the bands contact, even one of them was at a show, and they were like, "We're going against this band. They're really good. They got 11-year-old drummer. It's pretty awesome."
Hey,
Like,
guys.
yeah, and it was just it blew my mind. Yeah, Galactic Empire.
Yep.
Not only that,
I would definitely play with Galactic Empire.
That'd be a good like
Jason
mid-afternoon band.
Yeah, I would have
That'd
a
be great.
lightsaber battle on stage
Hey.
while they played.
Jason Richardson.
Jason Richardson, if I get to play with him, I would rather play when he's in All That Remains and
Yeah.
not as a solo.
So
Because
That's what I
then
meant.
I would be so intimidated. I'd just put my
so
guitar
I got
up.
two on my list that are always on my list when we talk about
There
bands.
is many more male.
Living Sacrifice
Yeah,
Okay.
Project 86.
and Project 86.
I knew that was coming.
with a barely runner up with POD. Like that's a toss up. Like I'm a big
But
POD
only if
fan.
POD's
Then
playing
no.
like Selah and old POD.
Yeah, I'm a
stuff.
Snuff the Punk POD
I'm a Snuff-
fan.
yeah.
Like back from
That Selah
the
was on
heavier
Snuff the
route.
Punk.
Dan
yeah.
Sugarman.
Dan Sugarman's in Ice Nine Kills.
Oh.
So I'm okay with that.
So
Her Echo.
Her Echo we played with at
It's a pretty awesome festival so
at Ziggy's.
far.
Yeah, so far
we
it's
definitely have
Yeah.
more male
it's a
fronted
banger.
bands.
So far, it's a
Ladies,
banger.
get your representation out. Make some good music. We want to hear it.
Wage War.
Wage War was awesome, dude. Ghost Inside
Hmm.
plays an amazing set, and that one-legged drummer is like my hero.
There's a Def Leppard joke in there from somewhere.
No. This one-legged drummer still plays double bass.
I got
He
two.
like me and Ian was looking at how he does it backstage. He takes his leg off. He has a plate, and the plate is attached to his edge of his seat, and it goes down and connects to
That's
his knee,
nuts.
his knee right here, and it connects to the bottom of the pedal. So as he plays, there's no latency because it's not electronic.
It's
And
wow.
I don't know. It's just innovative.
Got two more.
Hurry it up. He's got some more questions.
As I Lay Dying
You
And
you
After
can't do
Burial.
As I Lay Down right now. They've broken up.
and After the Burial.
I would do After the Burial. I haven't seen anything from them in a
Yeah.
while since Behold the Crown.
Bad Omens.
Bad Omen. No, sorry. Last band, Trivium.
Oh yeah.
Trivium.
The Browning.
No. The Browning's great, but I feel like
Beartooth.
if the Browning was playing, I'd feel like I'd be doing a workout,
Bullet for My Valentine.
like in
That's
the
a good
gym
one.
with all that EDM music.
Okay.
All right,
Let's
go
let
ahead.
it finish.
All right, we're good. Go ahead.
We left some bands off, probably.
We did. There are more female fronted bands like Nightwish.
Oh
If it was the old Nightwish,
yeah, that's great.
Slipknot.
there's Nightwish, there's Kitty, there's Dying Oath,
Oh, dude,
there's Forever
Kitty.
May Fall,
God.
there's Forever May Fall, there's
Mm-hmm.
Wolves of
Wolves of the Gate's not a female front band.
Mhm.
We already have them on it.
Lillian of Rising, there's
Oh wait,
so-
where's
so-
where's that? Once Human.
Yeah.
Once Human's
Yeah,
awesome.
they're great.
There's
That's
a
not-
up and coming band that's busting out called Chaosium.
I love Chaos.
I hadn't heard them.
They are, yeah, you have. He was the guy that sounds like Corn that has that like dreadlock.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they were cool.
They were like a mix of Corn and some other band.
I don't know. I might have clicked on the wrong thing.
All right, we're done with those. We're done. We're done. Go
In this
ahead.
Can we do a 4-day festival?
In this moment would be great, but here's my problem with In This Moment. If you're I love In This Moment, they're great, but if I'm paying for a band and I want to see them live, I want more than 3 songs.
Yeah.
Because even though the
Yeah.
band is constantly playing, she is constantly changing outfits.
Yeah.
Every show I've seen her on, like they've got this gigantic dressing room in the center, and she'll come out and play like a song or two, and then go into the dressing room and change. And as she's changing, the band plays instrumental music, and then she'll come out and play like one or two more. It's I don't feel like I'm getting the money's worth as a musical representation. At that point, it's theater.
Yeah, well, I mean,
but it goes hand in hand though. Like
yeah.
I mean,
I don't see Avatar doing that though.
Skillet. Stitched up apart.
Hold on. I don't see Avatar doing that. I see Avatar and Ice Nine Kills having that theatrical, play throughout the whole thing, but you don't see them stopping 10, 15 minutes in between songs to change. Stitched Apart, I wouldn't mind seeing. I would probably do Stitched Apart.
I mean, no, I get your point on that, but it's a
I
hell
would
of
still
a
like
time.
to play shows
It-
with them.
It's a hell of a time, no matter what.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I have to say, like hands down, like with Rob. I mean, Rob Zombie's show is amazing. I don't know if you ever seen
Yeah.
him live.
Yeah, he was good at Blue Ridge. A little sauced, but he was good at Blue Ridge
Rammstein would be one that I've not gotten to see Rammstein live.
once, and I would not allow him to play in Russia again, or else they'll get arrested again.
Nirvana.
You can't. Kurt Cobain's dead. Foo Fighters, wouldn't mind Foo Fighters.
Green Day.
Tenacious D. All right, we're done naming off
yeah,
bands.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah, we'd be here forever if we're naming off bands. August Spencer. All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Zayo.
We're done.
all right.
What's that noise?
Not many.
If you could pick 3 celebrities to have dinner with, live or dead, who would they be?
Bruce Lee and Keanu Reeves.
That's 2. Pick one more.
I got one more.
Bruce Lee, Keanu Reeves, and Henry Cavill.
Yeah. King of the Nerds.
King of the Nerds. So you got a powerhouse, a humble, and a nerd. I'm good with that.
Go ahead.
He'll say Millie
Go.
Bobby Brown.
No.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. You got some?
You got 3.
I know. One of them doesn't technically count, but is technically a celebrity to me.
Okay.
Dad.
Oh.
Well, I eat dinner with you every night,
so
buddy.
sweet.
Oh. Now I got to figure out like a big Christmas gift. You got 2 more. Come on, hit them up. What you got? While he's thinking.
I'm the real nerd of the group. I'm gonna say I would like to have dinner with H.G. Wells
Oh,
because
Okay.
not only does he have that dark, twisted sense of humor, he also was a man ahead of his time. Along the same lines, and I think would make for awesome dinner conversation with that. I would like
Tesla?
Leonardo da Vinci
oh yeah.
sitting there.
Oh,
Like,
too good.
That's
You'd ask him to pass the salt, and he'll push a button, and then some steampunk thing
Just
will
like
come out
the-
and roll across the
just
table
like
and bring
them
it back to you.
to be at the same table, and I'd like to witness that. So and third, I guess I need to pick somebody more recent. And this is super trite, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Big vocabulary there.
Yeah. So, sorry. Probably Brad Pitt. And I know that's way out
like
there. Like
Brad
that's,
Pitt back in the Interview with the Vampire Days.
who cares?
Or like
Brad Pitt now.
Mr. and
Brad
Mrs.
Pitt
Smith
now.
Day. Oh, now.
He's still the same person.
Yeah, he's still the same dude.
Yeah, it's
He's
still the
just
same
old.
dude.
Like-
It's just I feel like he's grown more since then. But I kind of would have liked to have hung out with him when he was like little.
Yeah,
That would've been
there's several like current celebrities that I think would be really good to that. Brad Pitt
got?
used to be like one of my favorite celebrities, and then I grew up. But
Too good ones.
no,
All
I
right,
think
well, that's all you
would
need
add a
to-
lot to that
all you
conversation.
need to.
I think his
You already
humanitarian
did- You already
efforts,
did one.
but also his world experience and a lot of his travels and philanthropy would probably mend well. And I would like to see him, be half crazy with those 2 dudes. So.
If you were to, if he was to get up and it was crowded and he said, "Now the question of etiquette as I pass, do I?" Never mind.
No.
Never mind. Okay. Go ahead. Who are your last 2?
Finn Wolfhard. You ready for this one?
Yeah.
Mitch Hedberg.
Oh,
Mitch Hedberg.
Hedberg.
Oh
Ledger's
man.
too. Heath Ledger's.
Heath
Ledger
Ledger
and Mitch Hedberg, dude. Spot on. Spot on.
That'd be a good
That
conversation.
would be. Like, why'd you both do it? Anyway, go ahead.
Actually, at this time, I'm going to let you flip it on me.
What time?
All right.
We're flipping on him.
Oh, I gotta go to bed. It's
All right.
9:31.
So
Oh yeah.
we
All
asked
right.
you before, all of
Corbin's
us.
heading out.
Yeah,
He's
Corbin's
got to go to
heading
bed. Say bye to
It's
Corbin.
9:30 here on the
All
East Coast, so
Yeah.
Corbin's bedtime.
Yeah.
Is,
Well,
is
he's
now
on East.
past-
He's on East Coast too.
Oh, you're on the East Coast too.
All right. Go to bed.
Well,
Well, hey, are you on the East Coast?
Really?
Yeah, I'm central. Yeah.
Okay.
Really?
We're supposed to flip it on him. We're supposed to ask him questions.
Oh, we're
So
asking him
before
questions?
we got
Yeah.
started,
right.
during our sound check time, we
Okay.
actually asked one of the questions that I always ask folks, which is, do you still work a day job and do this? Like NF, one of my favorite NF songs is All I Have. And one of the things he was talking about was, you feel like once you get a record deal, things start moving. But he still works a job and does this. And
Yeah.
so, and you were regaling. So do you still have a day job, or is this your gig?
No, still a day job. This is what I do on Wednesday and Thursday nights and during the week.
Awesome.
Still
That's
work.
cool.
Yep.
Go ahead and
So
ask
we
your question.
all still work or school.
Yeah, go ahead and
Yeah.
ask your question, and then you gotta go to bed.
What would be your most musical production, most favorite one? Like,
Musical production.
station.
Whether it's like he's saying an overall, what is your best musical production? Whether it's theater, whether it's an album of a specific artist, or it's some type of score or something,
Another
just
YouTube
any type of
dude you
production.
follow.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you know how we're Midnight Productions and stuff, like labels.
Yeah. All right. So,
Oh.
what's your favorite musical label?
I'm not sure if they're still a thing, but I'm going to say Roadrunner.
Roadrunner's still a
yeah, they're
thing.
still a thing.
They're
That's awesome.
still a thing. I think.
Nemo was on Roadrunner for a while.
Yeah, Slipknot was on Roadrunner for a while. I think.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
They,
Go,
were,
buddy.
they,
That's
were
up.
on. They were on there. Killswitch was on there.
Yep.
Yep.
What about
Good night, bud.
what about the other? So
Love you.
what like other musical celebrities do you follow? Like either YouTubers or bloggers or radio guys that you follow?
Well, I follow a lot actually. I follow Matt Pinfield. I follow Gods from the Rat.
Yeah, Roadrunner's still in.
Pretty much anything musical I follow, and I follow other podcasters as myself.
Yeah. Any of those that you would consider an influence? Like, is there a podcaster that you were like, dude, I'd like to have a show like this?
Can I rock it?
The main reason I started this was Matt Pinfield, MTV
Okay.
days.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So like he's one that kind of started the interest, the flame of doing this.
How about if my hair's all straight down?
We're
Or just rock this?
I actually live a couple towns over where he grew up.
It's cool. If you had to name one musical artist that you listen to that is like, if you're really feeling down, they can lift you up, who is it?
I'm a huge Korn fan, so I mean,
Yes. Yeah, good call.
Yep.
Old corn, new corn, all
Korn.
corn.
All.
I've only missed one concert of theirs.
Oh.
Wow.
Do you play any musical instruments?
I mess around with an acoustic guitar once in a while. I have one, but I'm more be doing this or photography these days.
Okay. If you had a chance to actually go to a museum to see a specific piece of art, what would it be?
Probably anything from Van Gogh.
Oh yeah. My wife actually just got to go see the Van Gogh Experience in Raleigh, North Carolina. That's what she did for her birthday weekend. They have like an immersive thing where you walk through,
Yeah.
and they've got the art all plastered on the walls, and so yeah, that's a good pick.
What are your views on Edgar Allan Poe? For it or against it?
That'd be a good one for the round table for the three people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, definitely for it. Like I've read majority of all of his stuff.
Do you have a favorite?
I have to get back to you. I can't think of the name of it right now.
quote
What's-
the Raven.
My
one.
my
No,
favorite is the Cask of Amontillado.
yeah.
It's the one about the catacombs where the
Yeah.
dude kills the guy down in the catacombs.
That was cool.
It's one of my favorites.
His me and my wife and son actually got to go on a small little mini weekend vacation, and we got to go up towards Richmond, and they have the Edgar Allan Poe Museum up there where he lived, and he did most of his good works and stuff like that, and worked for the publishing and all that stuff in that area, and honestly it was better than Yorktown, I thought. Yorktown's awesome, but Edgar Allan Poe had more of an impact. I don't know why.
So,
Go ahead.
are you a church going man?
No, I'm not.
Do you want to be?
Were you like raised in church? Like, what's tell me about what was your family like growing up?
We're getting deep.
I like just
We're
knowing
getting
people.
deep
Like,
now. If you're not comfortable with it, that's cool.
Yeah,
Move on to
yeah,
another one.
I'm not.
That's fine.
Yeah,
Good-
I'm not too
Good
comfortable
family,
with that.
good family growing up, or bad time growing up.
I wouldn't say that.
That's
Wouldn't
a very,
say bad.
That's a
I
very
wouldn't say
personal.
that at all.
Okay. All right. Black and white films or color?
Black and white. Definitely black and white films. Same thing with photos. I like black and white better. Your mic's off. Now I can hear you. Can you hear me? We're having technical difficulties. Guys, try saying something. Your mic was off. Can you guys hear me?
How about now?
I can hear you now.
All right.
Can't
now
hear him.
I have to do this too.
Just do the regular default
Hold on.
speakers.
All right. How about now?
I can hear you.
Okay,
Yeah.
we had to drop back to the lo-fi here.
Okay.
That was weird. It kept muting our microphone every time we're
Yeah, I know.
coming through.
Yeah.
So whatever you asked me, I had no idea what you said.
Black and white films versus color films.
Yeah.
Black and white.
Black and white. Do you have
Yeah.
a favorite black and white film?
Actually, the Titanic.
Yeah. Okay.
I keep forgetting it was a remake of an original.
I like the I'm a big fan of the recent Marvel stuff that does the like splashes of red. It's all black and white with like a splash of red.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I get it.
I'll go back to say one of my favorite, like, it not really an indie film, but it's an old film, was called Pleasantville.
Oh yeah.
Tobey Maguire, like before he was
It was-
Spider-Man.
It was black and white.
and it
Okay,
starts
it's
out
white
black
and
and
white.
white.
And it
And then,
transitioned.
like, he starts doing things in Pleasantville and starts
Yeah.
turning color. That's a great movie.
Yeah.
Christopher Walken's in it.
Kids, scooch closer. I don't know. I love Christopher.
Are you
Walken.
a dog man or a cat man?
Oh, that's a good one.
I can go either way.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you own animals? Do you have
Nope.
pets? Nope.
No.
No.
Well, I have 4 dogs and a cat.
I'm down to 1 dog and a fish right now.
Yeah. You got a few fish.
Yeah, I have several fish.
Yeah, several fish.
I like,
Yeah.
like my aquarium. Always have.
Oh yeah. All right, let's make this a little bigger. There we go. That's better. Let's see. What about okay. What's your take? This is gonna be controversial-ish.
Okay.
What's your take on them trying to remake the new Crow movie with Bill Skarsgård?
I say leave it alone.
Yes! I say leave it alone too.
I mean, they're honestly, like, movie wise, they're running out of ideas. Like, leave
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
alone.
Like-
Like, I don't see the point.
And tarnishing someone else's masterpiece. Why not? If you're going to do it, then carry it as another story, like the second, third, fourth, and TV show. TV show was horrible.
I like the TV.
I did not.
I did.
You could have just
I-
slapped Ghost Rider over it, and it would have been the same.
Yeah, you could have.
Uh,
So, telenovela. What's your favorite, like, 90s man-oriented soap opera?
really?
Yeah, like Highlander or the Crow series, Stargate.
Star Wars.
No, they didn't have Star Wars TV shows. I'm talking like TV shows that were,
Well, they have TV shows now.
yeah, they did.
Oh, so you're just
Yeah,
referencing
I'm
the
talking
old
like
stuff.
the 90s, like nostalgic. This was my jam.
I'm gonna
Okay.
say Highlander.
Highlander, yeah. I loved Highlander. I actually rewatched that during pandemic.
All right, if we're going old school like that, then favorite old school cartoon.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I'm gonna have to say Thundercats.
Ho.
Yeah.
Yes, most definitely Thundercats, bro.
I mean, like,
I'm gonna say for me it's probably a toss up between like the real Ghostbusters or Looney Tunes. Like,
I don't know, man. I'm a wacky racers kind of guy.
okay.
I'm a wacky racers.
Hanna-Barbera, okay.
Yeah, either wacky racers or
Scooby-Doo was always fun too.
Man, I knew what was
watched a
going on
lot
in
of-
Scooby-Doo.
I watched
They
a
just
lot-
wanted to
I watched
make
a lot
up-
of Scooby-Doo.
they just wanted to make up stuff so they could split off in groups. I mean, come on, that's all they wanted. We know what was going
All right.
on with Scooby-Doo.
all right. So we're going back to the '90s here.
Okay.
You can pick. I'm gonna say 3 snacks, 1 toy, and 1 CD.
All right,
Or
3
tape.
snacks, 1 toy, 1 CD.
Tape.
And
Tape.
tape. Well, tape, yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
we didn't have. I
We
didn't
had
have
it,
CDs
but
till-
it was
I mean, it
expensive.
didn't come out. It didn't come out late. It didn't come out till later '90s.
Yeah, later 90s. We're saying early 90s. Okay, all right. So he said 3 snacks.
3 snacks.
3 snacks.
Ecto Cooler. I see. Because I was into the Ghostbusters, so Ecto Cooler was my jam. I also have a red dye allergy, so it was one of the few like high C things that didn't have red in it.
Yeah.
Dunkaroos, And they make
Okay.
Dunkaroos again now. This is
It
a new
doesn't-
thing,
it-
but they
it
all have
doesn't-
milk in them. Doesn't
It
help me.
doesn't. It doesn't taste the same.
No, I know.
Went
And
over-
it's not
went
the
over
same
the-
recipe. I can vouch for that because.
Went over that last night.
Yeah.
And honey buns. Got a weak
Yeah.
spot for honey buns.
I-
Morton's honey buns.
Yeah.
They were frozen, and
Yeah.
they came and they had just a little dairy because whey was the last ingredient on it, and I could eat one and it wouldn't set off my dairy allergy, but I couldn't eat them like several days in a row.
Oh, okay.
So I could eat like one, and then I had to wait. And that's so Morton's honey buns in the freezer section. That's my other crazy snack from the 90s.
All right. I would have to say one of them would be. I had it earlier. You said something. It triggered it. Now I can't remember
Dunkaroos.
it. No, it wasn't Dunkaroos.
Hussy,
No. All right.
red drink.
Yeah.
Grape-
Okay. All right. So
grape it.
the drink was a root beer.
Oh yeah, IBC.
IBC root beer.
Yeah, IBC root beer.
Way back in the day.
Drink from the glass
Drink
bottle.
from the glass
think you're the
bottles. You
coolest.
think you were cool. Oh, look at me. I'm drinking beer. I'm only 10. No.
He
You
said
thought you
also
were
like-
hot stuff.
Also like candy cigarettes and bubblegum cigars.
Yeah, bubblegum cigars. Yeah. All right. No. Then it was oh crap, man. I can't think of it right now. I made it all the time.
like the little beefy Mac bowls. Those were always good.
Hamburger Helper.
Hamburger helper.
Hamburger
Okay,
helper.
Yeah, that's
And
not really a snack. That's a meal.
yeah, but I was cooking
Well,
age. Mom, honest, okay. My mom told me, I'm gonna teach you how to cook early in life because I see you being alone forever.
wow.
Yeah.
And it's funny because
Wow.
I'm the only kid in the family that's still married to the first wife, and my wife is an amazing cook. My sister's on like husband 5 or whatever, I don't even know, and my brother's on wife 2 or something. So yeah, no, all right. So the third thing was freezer pops. The freezer
Oh
pops.
yeah, like the ones
know,
that break in half,
Yeah,
or the
no,
ones in the
the long ones in the tube that always cut your size of your
Yeah,
mouth. That made you the Joker.
Okay.
All right, and the one toy, Stretch Armstrong.
You Stretch Armstrong.
Stretch Armstrong, because
So,
I did
you remember
wild
do you,
things.
Do you
with that
remember
Stretch
when
Armstrong.
the Stretch Armstrong doll that had the little vacuum pump was like the bad guy? The
Yeah,
little vacuum pump that would suck the guy in. And you had the beads and stuff.
yeah.
One time I went to a friend's house and he had just gotten one of these, and we thought it was really cool because you could like put it on your arm and like pump it up, and it would suck your arm, and we had done
Okay.
it on our faces and things
Oh
like
God!
that. And then like the next morning, we all woke up and we had these bruises all over us. It's really looked like the box.
If your mom didn't know what you was doing, she'd have hid the vacuum
Yeah.
cleaner.
Oh man, that's crazy.
All right,
That was probably
so
like
he said
fourth
3
grade, wasn't it?
snacks, 1 toy, and what was the other?
Toy for me is still the same toy as it is today. Legos.
Legos.
Lego. Anything. My kids are pulling out all my Legos.
Are you stepping on them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't like them that much
I-
because I'm stepping
Mm.
on 'em.
I love Legos. Always have, and I guess
There's
I
a conspiracy
always will.
behind Legos.
Okay.
I'll explain it later.
You know they're making them biodegradable.
They're making them
That's
to where
horrible. They're not
they're-
going to
no,
last
no.
for the next generation.
no,
They are
the
still.
Legos aren't what's biodegradable. The packaging.
No, they're making the Legos out of a material that's biodegradable. Yeah. Go look that.
I
one
know
up.
they're
Look that one up,
recycling
conspiracy
Legos.
theorists.
I know they're recycling Legos.
oh,
Like
yeah, they
people
do
that
that.
don't use them, they have stations that you can dump the Legos in. So
Yeah.
they repackage
Yep,
them
you
and
get
sell
gift-
them
You
again.
get gift cards and stuff.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind going to Legoland one day.
Yeah, my kids actually went there this summer
Where's Legoland at?
in Orlando. They thought they were going to Disney World. They were.
I'm
very
one of your
upset.
kids. You can take me next time.
My in-laws took them. My
Oh,
in-laws took them during the summer because we were all working. So,
All right,
so
what
for
was
me,
the-
toy Legos for tape.
oh, it's a tape. Okay, we're at
The
tape.
tape.
Okay.
So this was on repeat in my tape deck for a long time
All right, let's hear it.
was
Chicago.
Soundgarden,
Oh.
Super Unknown.
Okay.
That tape,
Okay.
I wore 3 of those out.
Okay.
I had started cutting grass, and and I wore.
So you're
I
saying
wore
it's
them-
emo?
No, I wore the tapes out because I was cutting grass, and so the mower was vibrating while I was listening to the tape. And but even before that, I was wearing them out. But right before that would be the Batman movie soundtrack.
Funny you say
The
soundtracks.
old the original Michael Keaton Batman
Yeah,
movie soundtrack.
The Tim Burton Batman one.
Talk about the future.
Yeah.
The future.
Was that the one that had Prince in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole thing was like a Prince album.
Yeah. Yeah. So my cassette, since you were talking about the soundtracks, my cassette, hands down, the first Crow movie soundtrack.
Yeah.
I
To
have
me,
that
it had
on.
everything. Yeah.
I have that on. I have that on CD.
Okay, so if you have it on tape and CD, if you open the booklet and look at the special thanks and scroll and read the special thanks, you'll see Beavis and Butthead.
On the
I'm
CD.
gonna.
Yes.
On the inside.
And when you
CD.
open
I'm gonna
it
have.
up,
I'm gonna have to look.
yeah, when you open it up on my cassette and my CD, because the CD I think may have been an open and fold. I can't remember, but I know that the cassette was open and it just folded out.
No,
If
it
you look at
was.
the special thanks and you read all the special thanks in there, right in there somewhere, you'll see Beavis and Butthead.
Really?
No joke.
This dude knows every Crow like random thing.
In fact,
He's a big fan.
there's Crow posters over there on the little man cave next to the pool table, and there's another one next to my wife's craft area. Like there's
Stuff over here.
yeah, there's this Crow figurine right here. Yeah, little Crow figurine. I've got like 6 of these upstairs in a little cabinet, and
He has a Crow tattoo.
I do have a Crow
thing.
tattoo, and then I got this little Crow bobblehead.
Nice.
I'm obsessed. I'm sorry. Actually, my wife bought me a film sale of with authentic, and it's the film sale where he was during the movie where he thought he had finished all the killing and he was ready to go home, and he's like had his head up on his arm and he was really tired, and then all these Halloween dressed up in Halloween costume kids start coming around or whatever with flashlights, and it's like that last slow-mo of his smile. I got that film sale.
That's wow.
Yeah, she bought that for me as a gift,
That's
and
cool, man.
and that's
That's
why
pretty
I
cool.
married
I
her.
haven't seen that. Bring it.
That is cool. It's upstairs. I'll show it to
So,
you. What else? What else
that
we
was-
got?
so he has a Crow tattoo. Probably.
Yeah, it's right
so-
here.
So what's your
Do you have tattoos?
do you have any tattoos?
Do you
No, I
want
do
any
not.
tattoos?
There is one that I want, but I'm still debating on it.
Where would you put that tattoo? Left cheek, right cheek,
No, probably left shoulder.
left
Yeah.
shoulder? That's
If
one
you
of the
have-
good areas to get your first tattoo is on like here or on the back shoulder blade.
What's
Do
your
they have-
first tattoo, Matt?
My first tattoo was in the middle of my chest.
My first one was this my little ichthus right there.
Yeah,
That was
the
my
little
first.
yeah.
That was my first tattoo.
You
I
probably
used to
can't
draw this
see
on
mine.
me when I was
Yeah.
a kid. I used to like right there and everything. I used to draw it on me. And when I was in middle school, I like tried to etch it in at one point.
little
like,
Indian ink
little-
tattoo.
yeah,
yeah.
It didn't work, but
What is the tattoo you want that you're debating?
The follow the leader down my arm, the corn
Hey.
cover. The
Yeah,
what
with
do
the
you
little
call
girl
it?
on the
Yeah,
hopscotch or the
yeah,
Yeah.
hopscotch. Yeah.
yeah.
actually,
I
actually know somebody that has that like on the back of their arm.
That's sick.
It's pretty sick,
Wait.
man.
it's too detailed, and
Actually, you think it's too detailed, but they can make it happen, and it would look exactly the same if
Yeah.
you find the right artist.
Be
That,
picky
like,
about your
like
artist.
yeah,
That's-
you got
that's
to be
important.
because tattoo. That's something ain't going nowhere. You know, I mean, you can get
Yeah.
them laser. Took off by lasers, but then your skin looks scarred after a while.
No, I mean, if I'm gonna get anything, that's probably what I'm gonna get.
That's cool.
So we've all said, both of us are married. Corbin is obviously not married, but he has a girlfriend now.
Yeah, actually,
Um,
he's been with this girl for 5 years
Yeah,
now.
they've been together for a while. And then
Very faithful.
Ian, our bass player, he's also married.
He just got married
Matt
about
has
a year or
Matt
so
has
ago.
the one kid. I've got 3 kids, 2 boys and a girl.
Ian will
And
eventually
Ian,
have some.
Ian will eventually, but he does not have any kids yet. What about you?
Married,
Married,
kids,
kids,
Single.
single.
bachelor.
Yep.
Yep. He's got it made.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Paul said we should remain single.
No, wait, not to say that marriage life is not
Not
bad.
that marriage is bad.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
no.
not that marriage
Paul
is
said
bad. I just don't want my wife to kill me when I go upstairs after this.
Well,
because
I'll
marriage
say-
is good.
If I wasn't married and if I wasn't married and didn't have kids, we probably would have quit and gone on the road. by
Yeah.
then. Like,
My wife would have went with us. That's
Yeah,
just how
yeah, that's-
supportive she is. She's one of those, like, if I get upset or angry, she knows exactly what to do. She's like, you need to go downstairs and write music. You need to get away from me for a while. Just write an album. Go downstairs and write something. Play guitar.
Okay.
drums.
Speaking of that, if you can, when you do go on a full blown tour, who are you taking with?
Who am I taking
Yeah.
with? Anybody on Kingside Records?
yeah, yeah. Anybody on Kingside?
I wouldn't mind taking Saving Jackie. They
yeah,
were on
that's-
Kingside for a while, and then they moved on.
I'd like
from
to.
I-
I'd like to
I
reach
love-
out to Cleansing the Temple.
Cleansing the Temple is.
I
We
said-
played with
we
them
played
in
with them in-
Charlotte.
no,
No,
in
Charleston,
Charleston.
South Carolina.
And we've looked at playing a couple shows, and
It's
I've
just hard to
reached out
sync up
Gavin,
dates.
their lead singer, to maybe guest on one of our songs. It's just throwing that out there. Might be a thing.
Wouldn't mind doing Warriors
yeah,
of Light.
So Warriors of Light would be a good one.
Yeah,
I always try to think of, like, okay, what are some regional bands?
I wouldn't
or
mind
some
having
bands
a
that are
Killer's
coming
Confession back on.
coming from the opposite end? Like, if we're looking at doing an East Coast to West Coast tour, what band could fly out here and start their tour and end at home? And
that way, when we
yeah, so
start
when we
ours and
start
end at
ours
their
and
house,
end
at their home,
we know
we
have
just
a big show.
we just fly back.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all about
So-
trading shows. We're all about the network where bands help other bands, and I do like the fact that the networking aspect is a very competitive business. But at the same time, to me, if you were to play with anybody, in my experience, when you are booking with anybody that are metalheads or metal bands or anything like that, some of the nicest, generous, sharing, and kindest people that you'll
Yeah.
ever meet. Just they're
That's
always there to
actually-
want to help.
That's actually something that I would say, one of the things that folks that are church people that find out I'm in a heavy metal band, especially a Christian heavy metal band, they're like, oh, don't y'all get around people that just hate y'all for being Christians and things like that. And
We do, and
and
it starts out that way, but
Yeah,
then they
it-
play with us,
occasionally, but
and it's not like we're shoving it down their throats.
Yeah.
So then they're like, "You guys are all right, man.
yeah,
Come and have a beer." And
and
we're
I'll-
like, "Yeah, we'll come talk."
Yeah. One of the things that I'll say is, though, a lot of that negativity doesn't really come out. Like, people understand that we're musicians just like they are, and as long as we're not getting up and screaming at them, they're not getting up and screaming at us. It's been, and that's what I try to tell. I almost like trying to reach church people to let them know that just because we're metalheads doesn't mean we're all hateful people.
A lot
And,
of churches in the East
yeah.
Coast or the Eastern the Triad area, they're very turned off by heavy
Yeah.
Christian metal, just for the simple fact they don't either agree with it, believe that it has any impact of an outreach.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I'll say more of the negativity that we've experienced as a Christian band has actually come out of churches versus coming out of the metal community. And that's something that,
which is a bad stigma.
it's a bad
I mean-
stigma. It really is.
I wish we could.
There was something I was going to say, and that like led down this tangent. That wasn't where
That's
I meant to go.
That's okay.
This guy reminds me of a comedian. I can't remember his name. He's on Big Bang Theory as the geologist. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah. I know exactly.
Please don't tell me Leonard.
No,
No, it's
definitely
not. He's
No.
not a main
Shit.
casting guy.
Yeah, he's
Oh, okay.
a side character.
Or Sheldon or whatever.
Yeah, he's yeah.
Oh, there he is.
Brian Posehn. This dude. As soon
Oh,
as
you
it,
can't see it. There it is.
I can see it. Okay.
yeah, that guy.
He's
Ooh.
hilarious, man.
He's
His
funny.
stand-up's good.
Yeah, his stand up's good. Yeah, he's pretty cool. I don't know. It's just he's got the same demeanor too, like that laid back, relaxed, but still, still getting into all of it at the same time. I like that, man. If
So-
if you had a choice, all right, here's a
Okay.
good one. Here's a good one. If you had a choice to direct a movie and pick the cast, what type of movie, genre-wise, would it be, and who would you pick,
Mm.
dead or alive, to be the three main characters? Whether it be like comedy, horror, whatever.
I'm gonna say comedy because I only really watch comedy or drama. I don't really, not a horror person.
Okay.
I would have to say Sandra Bullock.
Good.
Dude, she had a movie with Channing Tatum just come out. It's
I haven't
awesome.
seen that
It is,
yet.
it is
I want to.
awesome.
Female cast, definitely Sandra Bullock, Adam Sandler, and can we bring back George Carlin?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. Do you have a
George
plot
Carlin.
for this? Do you have
Do
a
you have a
plot
plot?
for this
Do
film?
you have a plot for this film?
It'd be very interesting. Maybe a triangle love situation.
So like 1980s George Carlin is the older romantic love interest for the 1990s version of
Sandra Bullock's
and-
practical magic
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
thing.
Or, or,
And
or,
then-
even, or even now. I mean, like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
that's
still
true.
hot
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
she's not changed really.
No,
No.
not really hadn't.
No, Miss Congeniality.
So what about you? That's a good question. Okay, now it's your turn.
You ready?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
ready for this
Go-
one?
Go for it.
Robin Williams.
But what genre first? Genre first.
Honestly, I would say comedy, but I want him in more drama.
It's like a dark comedy.
No, like What Dreams May Come.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
That was a really good movie.
What
Yeah,
Dreams
yeah.
May Come to me, I felt was one of his most masterpiece cinematics.
Not Patch.
Patch was good. Patch was good, but I would like to see him, the guy that was in the. He was also in the Butterfly Effect, and he had just died. He was the blonde dude with the glasses. He was also in the Hunger Games.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking
I
about?
know exactly.
I can't.
Huh?
I have no idea who that is, but
Butterfly Effect.
Yeah.
Butterfly Effect movie.
It's
Cast. Where's he at? That no, it's not him. He wasn't in the Butterfly Effect. The Hunger Games. He was in the Hunger Games though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in that. Cast for Hunger Games. See all.
So
Keep going.
I'm gonna say I would like to see
Yeah.
a
Philip Seymour.
Philip Seymour.
Is that Philip Seymour Hoffman? Yes.
okay.
Yes.
There you go. Okay.
So Philip Seymour Hoffman, Robin Williams, and this is where it's going to take a turn.
Okay.
Okay, you ready for this one?
Ready.
Brandon Lee.
Okay. So this
How is that really gonna?
Brandon Lee is gonna get the obligatory.
No, I would put it more in a complete. I want it a complete overall. I want the action, comedy, and drama all in one movie.
Okay. Okay. Any plot lines that you care to share?
Yes, there are some plot lines.
Okay. What's the title of the film?
Title of the film?
Yeah.
All right. Instead of What Dreams May Come, it's What Just Happened.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sold. I'd go
Okay.
see this movie.
What just happened? There's a
So-
little bit of time traveling. There's a little action. They always go to the wrong era, wrong time period. I don't know.
So I'm gonna say I would want a dark comedy.
Oh,
Um,
he's got Dave Chappelle in it.
drama.
a dark comedy drama.
It's got Dave Chappelle in it.
I would choose,
George Carlin would
I
film
would
that
choose,
too.
I'd like to see John Candy.
Oh God.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
I'd like to see John Candy. I would like to see Jason Statham.
What?
Hold on, bear with me. Jason Statham, but like
That
Jason
dude's just
Statham
straight
from back
Richard.
when he was still like barely.
Okay, so
barely,
when,
like
when
I'm
he wasn't a
talking-
Richard,
I'm talking
gotcha.
from Snatch,
Gotcha.
like from Snatch.
Yeah,
okay?
like Lock, Stock, and Two
Yeah.
Smoking Barrels, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So back in
Yeah, got you.
and I would also at the same in the same vein of that, I would like what is his name?
What are you playing? Brain cells are just dying one by one over here. What's the movie that he's in?
Boondock Saints, not Norman Reedus, but the
Patrick?
other guy.
Neil?
Yeah, no,
Sean Patrick?
Sean Patrick Flannery.
Sean Patrick Flannery?
Uh,
He was in Alleluia
So, yeah,
and
yeah. So I would like to
Bunch
see
of
those three in a dark comedy where
it's got to have some
Where
Irish to it.
where John Candy was actually like a murderer,
What?
but they were his henchmen.
Dude, I
And-
would totally go see
Yeah,
that movie.
yeah. But the henchmen are intelligent, and John Candy
Is the dope one.
is like Uncle Buck, like
Uncle
he-
Buck?
like
Uncle Buck.
yeah, like
Yeah.
he's the character. He's the over the top egregious uncle character. Use the word egregious. I'm sorry, my vocabulary's
Yeah,
dumb.
it's yeah.
But like he's the over the top uncle character, and they're all trying to cover up his murders, and they're his henchmen.
I would go and see that one. I would go and see that one. Oh, okay. Do you live in an area where you have to mow your own yard?
No, we do not.
That's a,
You are
quite a swing
so
for a question.
lucky.
That's a good one.
You're so lucky. I love mowing yards, but then I love riding the lawnmower to mow yards, not pushing.
My yard is like a hill like this.
Yeah,
and
but you never mow your yard.
We pay somebody to mow our yard.
Yeah, I
would
wish
say
I
that's-
had money to
that's
pay
one of
somebody
the
to mow my
services-
yard.
I won't let my wife mow it, and I'm allergic to grass the way most people are, like poison ivy. Like
Oh,
I'm
really?
hives and everything. So I don't mow grass, and I refuse to let my wife mow our yard. She at our old house, we only had like a half acre. It was all pretty flat. She used to love mowing the yard. And I did too when I was younger, but when my allergies started acting up and got worse, I couldn't be on a riding mower, couldn't push mow, nothing. So
All right, here's another one. Here's another one. Have you heard any of our music yet?
I've heard one song.
What was it? And explain what you were thinking and feeling when you heard it.
I cannot remember the name of the song. I had it on
A
shuffle.
video, or did you see it on media, like as a platform of just listening?
I'm pretty sure I had it on YouTube. I just had it in the background while I was doing something.
Okay.
Cool.
So if it was on YouTube, was it just a picture,
It was.
or was it
It
the
was
full
just
video?
No, it was just a picture.
Just a
Okay.
picture. All right, so it's got to be one of the older songs. Then probably "March to the Chair," "Treading Water," one of those two.
I just know it was good. I just didn't.
I just know it was good. Oh,
Well, thank you.
okay.
Thank
All right. Well, what were your thoughts other than? Do you have any like deep aspects of what you got out of it? What was it that made it good for you?
It was heavy. I like heavy music. Like
Well,
I like angry music. It
was
was.
it more screaming than singing, or was it more singing than screaming?
More screaming.
Sometimes when you
Yep.
lose.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yep.
So you'll like a lot of the stuff that's coming out on
The
our,
new album.
our newer album that we're working on,
Which we just
it's
released
on-
3 singles this year for the new album.
Yep.
And we'll have another single within the next month. And then hopefully, if we can get the post-production done in time, we can probably get it out before December. Or
But
before the end
the
of
album
December.
that I'm thinking he's really gonna like. So
It's going to be album 3,
it's album 3, So
which we're writing now.
We're in post production with album 2 right now, but album 3, has really channeled a lot of that like pent up frustration, I guess you'd say.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
a lot of.
and
I'd play
you
some
know,
of it right
yeah.
now. But,
Yeah.
I mean,
But,
I'd just plug a guitar up and go. That'd be me.
So we've got a lot of stuff that's really fun in the works. Got a couple other music videos that we're working on. One of them's going to be shooting here in just a few weeks.
yeah.
and,
FYI, we
yeah.
shoot and edit
Yeah.
all of our stuff
Yeah. So we have our own studio
'Cause we're poor.
recording in, working with Jamie King in the basement recording.
Yeah.
Jamie Machine Gun King.
Yeah.
Machine King.
He's the drummer for a band called Swift.
Yep. We've worked with him for a long time. He does our production for us. We recorded with him primarily, and then now we're
Bruh.
we just got our new art for our shirts that
Nice.
we immediately
Bruh.
approve.
Immediately approve. King side,
Nice.
if you're listening, we immediately approve of this.
Nice.
I can't show it because it's not ready, but I want this shirt now. I want it now. I want it before we go next Wednesday. Yes, I want 50 of these shirts right now. Oh my God,
Nice.
dude. And I love the fact that that's in a different color.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's awesome.
I'm sorry.
That's big news.
Yeah, that's big
big
news.
news.
So, all right, so what we've got going on now is just so hectic. Sorry, yeah.
He's in the edge of the frame right there.
sorry.
Oh.
Right now, we have a 10-track second album in post-production. 3 of those songs have been released as singles. 1 more will be released as a single to the album. The album itself should be done by this year. We're already 6 songs deep in writing the 3rd album. The reason we're going back to back so quickly with these albums is because our first album was recorded and released in 2017, and we started writing the second album immediately after that, but it has took from 2017 to almost the end of 2022 to completely finalize it due to the pandemic, due to all sorts of stuff.
You know, not being on a label when we started that whole process, we had to self-produce, and it took a long time to get the funds together.
Yeah.
You know, but not only getting the funds together, it was time back and forth. It was you know, adding. We went through 2 different drummers. Our lineup changed a little bit. We lost our we got a 5th man that was doing a lot of our trigger.
He was doing our
backup screaming.
He was doing our synthesized stuff, and then he was taking a lot of the screams off me because I did mainly all the screams, and then having him come in. His name was Richard Mulligan. He's an amazing guy. He actually has his own band
He does
now.
have his own band now. It's good.
And it's really good. And hopefully, I need to get in touch with him. Maybe we can get him to play with us a few
I found
times.
him on Facebook.
Yeah, I got him on Facebook too, and he's doing so well right now. So we got that going on, and then in the midst of that, we are filming 3 music videos more. I can give you a small hint of the backgrounds, but not too much. But we are filming those. I want them edited and released before the end of the year.
He wants that. That's not happening.
No, I want that, and since I'm the one going to be editing it, it will happen.
He demands it.
But not only was we in that contest, but we submitted a music video that I had filmed and that I edited within like 4 weeks. All right, and then we submitted it, but they didn't tell us, well, you're going to need like more than 1 music video. We thought 1 music video was going to be enough. You know, we'll just give them different areas of the video and it would look different. And they were like, oh, you're in the 4th round. We need a new music video, but it's got to, but we need it now. Said, we don't have one. We have an old one that doesn't have Corbin in it. That's not going to work. So we shot, filmed, edited, and released it in 2 days.
Yeah.
And
it showed.
And it definitely showed that it wasn't that great. That might have been why we didn't go to round 5, but
it's kind of like when you're
Corbin looked great. We did not.
Yeah, when you're real close to prom and you don't have a date yet, you'll ask anybody. That's what that video was.
The one with the lazy eye that's got the hand dress for 5 generations.
Hey, look, she was awesome.
We're all Ron from Harry Potter right now. We have That's terrible.
Yeah.
But, so, all right, so we're gonna get those 2 to 3 music videos out before the end of the year, even if we're in the freezing cold and you see our breath on the lake.
That's actually one of the plans.
Yes, but we have to go to a different lake. See, we have some lakes here. We got Philpott, we got Ferrystone, and we have Lake
Philpott
Lanier.
is very stuff.
I know, but different areas of that. We have another one like Lake. Screw you. We have Lake Lanier, which is probably what we're gonna do, but we have to get clearance and
Lake
paper.
Lanier was featured in
A Netflix show. I just don't know
movie,
what.
and it has not come out yet, and we don't know what movie it is. But
It-
I'm in the movie. I'm staying because I didn't know it was.
Did you sign a release form?
Yes, yes, I did. So
Yay.
we didn't know. So we live like
You know, you live.
I live like 3 miles from the
No,
lake,
man.
and my dad lives on the other side. So it was Saturday morning, and we always go to my dad's for breakfast on most Saturdays.
Yeah.
And so I was driving there, and it was weird. There was like a couple of ambulances and stuff parked up on the hill. Didn't think much of it, because a lot of older people live in the neighborhood. I was like, oh, that sucks. Then we come back,
Oh, that sucks.
and as we're driving back,
He's
from
like, oh
breakfast-
man.
Oh,
we're driving back from breakfast. There are
Grandma
police
fell,
cars and ambulances and fire trucks and all these other things. And there's a Volkswagen Beetle coming up out of the lake. Like they've got a tow truck down here, and they're yanking a Volkswagen Beetle up out of the lake. And I'm like, oh man,
You know what you're doing right
so,
now?
So we
You're giving
stopped
away
the
a
car.
plot. You're
I
giving away
am.
spoilers.
Somebody has seen this movie on Netflix, or will see this movie on
Yeah,
Netflix.
but you're giving away spoilers.
I don't know what part of the movie or what movie. Anyway, so
That's terrible.
So I've
man.
stopped.
That's so
And-
bad. How
And
about
we're
no
looking
more-
at the
no more
car, and I'm like,
spoilers?
man, this is kind of crazy. So I took the kids all home, my wife home, and I drive back, and they're still out there.
And they're filming.
And I'm standing. There are these bridges
Yeah.
over the edge of the lake
Yeah.
before all that washed out with the flood.
Yeah.
And so I'm walking down, and I walk down. I'm like looking at this, and I'm thinking, oh, whose car is this? Because I'm bound to know it's a small town. I'm bound to know who's down here, and I know several of the police officers.
You're just
and
being
stuff.
nosy.
And I realized I don't recognize anyone that's down here, and there's a whole bunch of cameras. And I'm standing on this bridge with a whole bunch of people that have come to look at this, and they're filming a movie.
And you gave away a
and-
spoiler to
yeah,
the
so-
plot.
So
Good
the
job, Dad.
whoever was in the Volkswagen died.
What? All right,
And-
no, stop. All right, let's
And
move
they-
on.
they-
All right, so
they
we
had
got
me
three.
pulling out on
We
stretchers.
got 3 music videos that we're coming out with.
Bright
Then-
2, ladies and
no,
gentlemen.
stop, look. All right. Now, all complaints addressed to Thad at address. So we got those. Our third album, we're gonna try to release the second album if it gets done in post production at the spring, maybe the end of this year if we can, or the spring of next year. But we're also going to release the album 3 by
Hopefully fall.
fall.
To winter.
I want to say fall.
Either fall 23.
I want
or
to say
winter.
end of summer,
20,
fall. That way,
22,
some of these
23,
fall
23.
festivals can be like release
Yep.
party dates and whatnot, release dates for them. That way, we can advertise it. The reason we wanted to get so many released at a time is because we want to show more activity. We want to show that we're not just sitting around doing nothing. And
Oh,
We're
yeah.
horrible at social media.
no, we're not. I do the social media.
I am horrible at social media. I am not a social person. And when you tell us, you're like, we need content with photos of you, and I'm like,
Let me send
good
them those.
for you.
Yeah,
That
it's like,
you do.
and then that's like, Matt, send these contacts and photos to these people. I'm busy. I'm at work.
Text
Wait, I'm
EJ
at
over here.
home. So,
So
and then
back to questions.
yes.
Are you a Chuck's guy or a Vans guy?
both? Either or. I go either
I'm
or.
kind of old school Airwalk.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, Tony Hawk.
Yep.
Yeah.
I had a pair
Yeah.
of Airwalks that were made of tennis ball fuzz.
Yes.
Those, but my favorite pair of shoes that I ever had, I had a pair of Chucks and a pair of Vans at the same time, and they compete for my favorite 2 pairs of shoes ever. And I still have
That's
the
just
Vans.
I'm sorry.
My Vans are
I'm looking
my
at this
Vans are
shirt again.
the 4-leaf clover Shamrock Vans,
Okay.
and they
I
are. I
remember
mean,
them.
they only made them for like one year, and
Yeah.
I'm a big 4-leaf clover, 3-leaf clover, whatever fan.
Speaking
Always
of
have
those
been.
clovers, my first Bible that was given to me by my grandma, I actually put all my 4-leaf clovers and 5-leaf clovers in that Bible.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
She had a saying that every time you would make a wish or a prayer and you put it in the Bible, if it disappears, it came true. So all my 4-leaf clovers are still in the Bible. Yeah. So, but I was wishing for way out there things. I want a horse. I want $5 million. You know, none of that happened.
Star Trek or Star Wars?
Ooh, this is gonna be a tough one.
I'm going to say Star Wars. Like,
All right, we can be
I
friends.
mean, then like that wasn't my either. I mean, I've seen them. It's just not my go-to. Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of things I've seen or watched because of the people I'm with or whatever the case may be.
He's just in the moment.
I'm a concert guy. I'm literally at every show possible I can go to. You say, doesn't matter what, except for one band, and I'm not, everybody knows that band that I dislike with passion, I will be at the show.
I'm interested to know that band now.
What band do you dislike with a fiery passion?
I despise Nickelback.
Who?
Wait, good.
Who? What did he say?
Nickelback.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You have to attend a concert.
Hold on.
No. Here you
Okay,
go.
all right,
you
all
have to attend a concert.
We're
and
getting
you gotta
closer
pick-
as
yeah,
we get
I'm getting
in.
excited. You got to pick between these two bands headlining. You got to pick one. You have to go to the concert. Dave Matthews or Creed.
Dave Matthews.
I'm
I don't know. Mark Tremonti's pretty awesome. Old Creed or new Creed?
Creed.
Just
Just Creed. I'm not gonna.
I'm gonna have to say Dave Matthews.
That's
They
what
put
I'm
on an
saying.
amazing
Yeah.
show. Like lucky enough, I got to see them for free. It was an amazing show.
Yeah.
Hands down. I mean,
Their dynamics are just on sync. It's just
they're
they are an orchestra within themselves, and every instrument has its own solo piece that rings out during the song in specific parts. It's just very
just
well
not the same
leveled.
that once their saxophone player died, they're just not the same.
yeah.
Well, all right. I got one. All right. Since you haven't seen us in concert before, is there an area in which where you live there are venues that would be open for us to come and play?
Well, I am from New Jersey, so there's about at least, I'm gonna have to say at least 10 to 20.
Okay.
Awesome.
Now, how can we make that happen? Because I
Where are
want to
you?
play a show
So-
for you.
So I actually have been to New Jersey a couple times. Where are you in relation to like Wildwood, New Jersey?
45 minutes or so.
45 minutes. I did
Like
Hurricane
45
Relief in Wildwood.
Okay, that
Like-
was Sandy or the other. I'm trying to think which one that was.
I don't remember.
Matthew? No, Matthew's the further
I
south.
think it was Sandy.
Yeah.
No, because for Sandy, I went to New York for Sandy.
Okay, but I
don't
know what you're
remember.
talking. I know what you're talking about. I just don't remember what year it was, so I can't go back
Yeah,
to.
I
have a mental fog here, but it's
I did disaster relief with the United
Okay.
Methodist Church for a while, and we went every year doing different stuff and different things. But a lot of times we were reactive disaster relief, and that's what we were.
It's probably. I'm about maybe a half an hour, not even.
That's cool. Yeah, so definitely, we'd love to come play a show up there.
What are the venues like up there? Are they dive bars? Are they national touring
No,
venues?
not really. I mean,
Are they clubs?
like one's considered a club, but well, it's actually a ballroom. But
Ballroom club? So cool.
no, there's a lot. There's a lot
Do
more.
people just want to go out to a show regardless if they know who's playing or not? They just want to get out and go see a show.
Not too much out here, really. Like, I don't want to talk for anybody else, but certain parts, yeah. Like, for where I am, we actually we know who's on the bill.
Yeah.
So like, it wasn't like a pop up, but you always know who's on the bill.
For the shows that are in this area, like this, within a 50-mile radius, let's say, within our location of a 50-mile radius, all the venues you go to them, it's like 10 people.
Yeah.
And then they stand there and they stand there like this, and they're like,
So you're saying in the 50
that's
mile?
pretty brutal.
That was good. That was good music. We
Yeah,
like
it's
it.
good music. We like that.
Oh no, we bring it. Like, it's not. You're not just standing there.
No, that's all they do. They stand there.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I have to say, there's nothing like a Jersey show.
Yeah.
Like,
Now we got to go and play in Jersey.
Yeah, we got to play in Jersey.
We got to play in Jersey.
no, like
Hopefully it's better
where
in Chattanooga.
there's crowd surfing. There's, what do you call
Crowd
it?
surfing is so fun. Have you done it?
Yeah.
It is so. Just don't put your wallet in your back pocket.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. And if you have your phone, you keep your phone up. You know.
Or in your front. I mean, yeah, you don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have one of your buddies hold your stuff when you go up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why you carry a book bag.
I do
Roll
carry.
around
Yeah,
the
I do
front.
carry a book
You
bag.
can't-
When I went to Blue Ridge, I carried it, and it was rolled onto the front side, and everything
Oh.
was. I could just reach into my belly and get it.
Okay, speaking to that, who was your? You went this year?
No, I didn't go this year.
He
Last
went.
year's?
He set in traffic last year.
Actually, no, we didn't sit in traffic last year.
Thought that was y'all went and
We
Sat
went
in
the
traffic?
first day and sat in traffic because we left early, and they were having trouble with camping, trying to get camping finalized in association with, not knowing where they're putting people that aren't camping, for parking and whatever. So 2021, when we went, it was you park and then you walk 4 or 5 miles.
Okay.
And then the buses they have were like non-existent. They had no buses, basically. They had one bus. But then the people that lived in the adjacent area towards the show area, they were like, "Oh, well, we'll just give people a ride for $20."
Yeah.
And they made bank. They made so much money.
They moved the venue this year to VIR, Virginia International Raceway.
Yeah, and that was
Yeah.
a
And
nightmare.
it was better in some aspects and it was worse in others.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard a lot.
So
It
but
wasn't.
it's definitely a show to see.
It's definitely a nice show to go for the crowds aspect, but I will say that if it was me, and after seeing what I've seen at both in person at 2021 and all of the online footage that I've seen for 2022, there is, and this is just festivals in general, there is zero dress code.
Oh yeah, that's just festivals.
That's just festivals
That's
in
just-
general.
And it doesn't
So,
matter
like,
what genre either.
No.
It's
So
festival.
like if I was to take my son to a festival,
Yeah.
he has to understand that
this is
every
what not to
festival,
do,
every
guys.
festival is
It's
treated like
different.
Vegas.
Yeah, it's
But-
different.
What happens at what you see at a festival stays at the festival.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I would rather have him play the festival instead of being at a festival.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
If
I
we
mean,
get to play a festival, we get to be there, man.
Well, obviously, if you play a festival,
Yeah.
you get to be there. But I don't know. The 2021 was when they were just coming out of the pandemic, and they were still trying to do the whole COVID scare. Like
Yeah.
during the Chevelle show, a woman died in the crowd, and then they brought her back to life because she overdosed. You know, it was bunch of fighting, bunch of people got their, you know, there was a dude had his eye busted real bad, like his actual eyeball. People were losing teeth. It's just festivals, you know.
Yeah.
It's
like a good pitch.
it's a good festival, yeah. But I don't see them ever getting that like 100% like ironed out for everything to work smoothly. I don't think I've ever seen a festival work 100% smoothly anyway.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Last question of the night. Do you have any messages for your fans?
Thank you for tolerating us.
Thank you for listening.
Yeah.
Thank you for following. Thank you for, you know, telling everyone, all your friends, all your family about our music, about the message, and wanting more.
The other thing I would say is people who find us, especially the new album, you know, I as somebody who deals with depression and anxiety and stuff, a lot of that comes through in the lyrics of our music. And the reason we write some of the stuff that we write and speak so boldly about not being alone is because you're not alone. So if you find us or hear us and have become a fan because at some point in your life you felt alone and needed to know that you weren't, you know, we're here for you. You know, shoot us a message. That's a big deal to us is that message right there of this is community and you're not going through something that you're by yourself. So
Also, I'd like to give a real quick special thanks to a few people that have helped out with the band so much. First of all, I'd like to give a special thanks to Jamie King for recording and producing all of our music and giving us the tools that you clearly see behind us, giving us the tools to be able to do it ourselves as well and learn. I'd like to give a special thanks to Kingside Records for bringing us on board, taking us under your wing, and showing us exactly how they're going to do everything they can for us. And then for all of the booking and network people that I work with, James Lane, Right Lane Productions, all of the bookers that have booked us within that category, and the ones, Blackbird Productions, Crow, Adkins, Danny D. I'd like to thank, Holly Mack. I'd like to thank the ones that are working with us right now for future reference. Donna Speak. I would like to thank Lisa Thompson.
we're gonna forget somebody.
We're going to forget somebody.
If we forgot you,
but
not
I'd also
forgotten.
like to thank the people that are diehard fans that like to come. Bryson Stewart, my nephew, he's our stagehand. I'd like to thank real quick Roger Penland. Yes, sorry, Roger. It was brain fart. And then I'd like to thank the band itself because without these guys, man, I probably wouldn't be here. I'd be gone crazy and lost my mind.
I think there's a lot of bands that come through that we meet where people have that family bond internally from the band of like, who do you want to thank? Well, I want to thank my brothers in the band, But Matt and I have known each other since the freshman year of high school, my freshman year, your sophomore year of high school.
He bled all over my guitar.
I did. I bled all over his guitar the first morning I met him.
We were playing acoustics at the flagpole, and he had broke a string. And instead of being smart about it and saying, "Has anybody got a guitar?" he went, "No, I'm just going to pull this string out of my guitar," and then it just cut through his fingers.
Yep.
And I was like, "Bro, just play mine."
I'm a man. I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, and then he played, and then bled all over my guitar, and
Yep. And then
I sold that guitar and got an electric.
Ian Bishop, our
bass player.
I've known him his whole life. He's known me since I was like 7 years old.
And my son Corbin.
And Corbin was the first baby I held. And that's there's this band to us. It is a family. We're there for each other, and so big shout out to each other.
And I want to thank
We're
this
our number one
podcast.
fans.
I want to thank this podcast for letting us come on and
Yeah.
just talk about a lot of stuff about music and a lot of stuff not relating to music, like movies and stuff. Dude, we don't hardly ever
Yeah.
get to do that. That's awesome. They're always like, "What's
It's
your
always
new
the same
music?
set of
What's your
questions,
stuff?"
and they're like, "We bet you've never heard this question before."
No,
It's
we've heard
always the
that
same
question,
four
and
questions,
not that we
guys.
don't like or appreciate those questions because people do need to know us. But this was an amazing
Yeah,
podcast.
good
Yes.
interview.
Yeah. So where can you guys be followed?
Everywhere.
Well, not in person, but you know.
You
So-
can find us on Facebook at Vessel Music Ministry.
That's the music ministry.
You can find us on Instagram at A Vessel of Honor or Vessel of Honor Band. You can find us on Twitter at A Vessel of Honor, Vessel of Honor Band. You can find us on Bandcamp. You can find us on Reverb Nation. You can find us on Spotify, Pandora, Apple, iHeart, everywhere.
Amazon Music.
Amazon Music, Apple. Well, I said Apple, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everywhere you stream music.
Even if you're illegally downloading the songs, you can find
Yeah.
us there too. Apparently,
Thanks to all our fans who illegally downloaded our album overseas. There were like 3,000 downloads of our album.
which is
the
more
week
than
we
it was
launched.
viewed.
Yeah, it was more. It had more illegal downloads in the UK than we had actual downloads in the US the week we launched. So
YouTube as well. We're on
thanks
YouTube
for,
too. Yeah.
Thanks for our illegal our pirates out there.
Yeah. Without you, Metallica would still be. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind.
All right,
Yeah.
guys. You guys have a great night.
All right,
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Awesome.
You too. Appreciate you.
Hope to do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was